welcome back to Rendezvous. My name is Gracia and I'm going to be your main host today. And I'm here with my co-hosts,
Lilian,
Claudia, Marie.
Okay, so girls, what would be a rendezvous without talking sex? Yes.
You know, I know you girls will be like, oh no, all the ladies, most of the time, yes, we do talk about sex. So the topic is today, how often do you need to be intimate with your partner? What do you ladies think?
What is defined often? Is it a week? Or
Yeah, but how
often? I'm asking you how often.
Okay.
When do you think it's the, how many times do you think is enough, is enough for you to have sex?
I think three.
Minimum. A day?
3 a week.
3 in an hour.
Well, it's funny. It's I would say 3 a week, but there's also room for more.
Yeah.
Okay.
It really
That's the
depends
minimum.
on
Is that
the time.
The time?
is the minimum or the average? The 3 times that you're saying.
To me, 3 times.
Is the
Average
maximum?
or minimum or
That's
maximum?
minimum.
Minimum. What's the
Minimum.
maximum?
Maximum, I would say
It could be
about.
anything.
No, girl.
Let her talk. Maximum, what's maximum?
Maximum
Give
3
your
about
turn.
5 times.
5 times a
5 times a week.
Okay, how about you, Claudia?
Well, first of all, it depends on what's the definition of your relationship. And is it your boyfriend? Is it your fiancé? Is it your husband?
Your
Anything.
boyfriend, your fiancé,
your
your
husband.
husband.
Well, I'm gonna say if it's your husband, then you can do it every day.
Okay. If it's your fiancé.
Your body it's for him,
Yeah.
and his body is for
For
you.
you.
Okay.
So
Because of
anytime he needs it, anytime you need it, he's gonna give it to you.
Uh-huh.
Yes, you don't have to be selfish.
And a
Otherwise,
boyfriend?
he's gonna go outside and get it.
Oh, good point.
So
How
yeah.
about a boyfriend?
About a boyfriend, it depends.
Depends on what?
It depends on the level of the relationship, and it depends on the principles of the people.
For you,
Involved
for
in
your
the
boyfriend.
For you.
For me, as a person, I'm not even gonna go there with my boyfriend.
Wow.
So it all depends on the level of the relationship. It depends on what the objectives of the
So when
relationship.
would you actually go there with your boyfriend then?
I will go there with my husband. So it depends
Oh, so
on
you
the
don't
level.
want to sell
Oh yeah?
Whichever way you guys want to describe it, I'm gonna take it. But yeah,
Okay.
Really?
I'm gonna go there with my husband because it depends on what your objectives are, what your principles
So how
are
are you
in life,
gonna know?
what your values are.
Quickie.
What happens if my husband wants a quickie?
So how you really
We're
going to
married at that point, so anytime, any day.
I've always wanted to ask girls like you this question.
Okay.
How are you going to know that your husband
Is
is
capable.
good enough and is really pleasuring you enough and making you feel like a woman enough?
How do you know that you are good enough? Because it's not only one way. I believe
It's two-way,
I believe it's a two-way
But
street.
but
you
with
give and the
experience,
other person
with
gives.
experience, you need the experience.
There's always a first time to everything,
Yeah.
and you learn. As you go by, you're gonna learn.
But how you know you?
We have every means possible.
You're not
to
going away
learn.
from the topic.
So I still believe if you're married, it should be anytime, any day. Because you said for better or for worse.
So, but
So
your
honey,
boyfriend
whenever
will
you
say-
want it,
Okay.
I'm gonna give it to you.
But your boyfriend
when I
will
want
say-
it, if you're there, you give it to me.
But your boyfriend
So,
No sex. Okay.
we come to that agreement and we deal with it.
Boys, you should come with good intentions.
You better come with good intentions because I ain't got no time to waste. Well, back to the question now. Where we?
How about you?
I'm sharing the same point of view as Claudia.
Hey! Really?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, she does.
Well, it's understandable. It's about your principles. Some people don't want to get intimate before marriage,
No,
and I understand
that's
it's a religious
I'm
thing.
asking, you didn't
But
answer my
now,
first
generally speaking, for a person that is ready to be sexually active before marriage,
Exactly. Yeah.
how often, if you were already accepted to do that with the boyfriend, I think if you guys are living together, 3 times should be
I'm
minimum.
asking you. Don't talk about.
Oh,
the
for my
person.
personal.
Yes.
Oh
you.
my, no, I wish not to talk about personal life.
No. Everybody answered. They
No, but
say in general.
she mentioned it in general. 3 times a week is good.
Yeah,
she said it.
she said it
But-
But for me,
Yeah.
for me, it will depend. If I'm not ready to get sexual active for marriage, then you have to respect it.
Exactly.
Then to know. But if I'm ready to get sexual active, yeah, I'll say if we live together, I'll say three times a week is a minimum. If we don't live together, like it will depend. Whenever we see each other, whenever we can, blah blah. But as for my husband, if he wants it 10 times a day,
You're gonna get it,
if he
baby.
wants it 25 times a day,
Exactly. Quickies anytime of the day, you know.
anytime,
He
anywhere.
comes back home for
Yes.
lunch break, you know. A quickie,
A
and
quickie
then
is
you.
good, you know.
Well, I think you're gonna have to wait for what I think after the break.
Oh yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
okay.
You are watching MalaikaTV.com, the first Afro-Caribbean web television in Canada. New shows, new content, and a new image. Watch Malaika TV and enjoy your time.
Would you like to promote a social event, a music album, or a project in the Afro-Caribbean community? Even more, you just open a new business. It could be a drugstore or a barber shop, and you would like to attract more customers. The solution is quite simple. Buy an advertising space on Malaika TV and receive a bigger visibility in all of the Afro-Caribbean community in Canada. For further information, please contact us on d.finest@malaikatv.com.
Welcome back. So as we were talking about sex. How many times? Why are you guys laughing? Why is it so sexy?
The way you just said it, we're talking about sex.
I mean, every girl talks about sex. There's
There's
nothing
nothing surprising about this. You know, even those who don't do it, they talk about it.
Yeah,
They're
that's
serious
true.
about
That's
it.
true.
You know what I mean?
So, you know, you all girls went on and said how many times you think, how often do you think?
intimate?
Honestly, me too. I think 3 times.
Are you sure? I think she thinks 3 times a day.
No, I mean, come on now, don't put me on the spot. No, she's lying. I mean, 3 times a week, I think is a good time. And, you know, and yes.
And rounds don't count.
You see, they make me now lose what I
No,
want.
let's get like, what do you mean by 3 times?
3 times a week. I don't mean the rounds like when you started doing it. I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
If you can go for 5 rounds, 6 rounds, if it's good,
Yeah,
for you,
that
that's
counts
fine.
as one.
Well, that
Okay.
counts as one.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, 3 times a week. You know, whenever, and you know, I think it's good. You
3
know,
initiatives.
exactly right. And with your
She used
boyfriend.
the right word.
And I think, you know, if you don't feel like doing it, just let them know. I don't feel
Yeah,
like
it's
doing
okay.
it, and give them a good reason. You know, don't be
But,
like.
but if you cannot feel like you're doing it, can you do an alternate?
Of course.
Yeah.
Can you provide an alternate solution?
Yeah, of course.
Let's just
Yeah.
Because I mean, he got some needs.
I mean, if you
some
say,
frustration he wants to come out.
when we talk about intimacy, we're talking about
Yeah, I mean, but-
every other.
Yeah, I
you
get that, but
know.
I'm saying that intimacy, if you don't want to do it, but he may have some needs, and you can say, well, I can do something quick for you, and y'all deal with that.
I mean, you know,
It's a deal,
even if
know?
you do a quickie, but you're not feeling it, you know, oh my god, he's not going to. You're not gonna feel
A
it,
quickie,
right?
it can be anything. When I'm okay,
The
I'm
quickie
gonna
can be
be
anything.
real.
Yeah.
Okay. let's get
He
real.
agreed. You say, you know what?
We're not
I don't
doing
feel
the
like
act.
it. However, I can do other sexual acts for you.
Exactly,
to
but that's what I'm
satisfy
saying.
the
When I
sexual
mean
frustration.
when I mean by when I mean about intimacy, I'm talking about all other forms of sexual activity,
Yeah,
or whatever you call them, all those kind of
Oh,
things.
so wait, when we mean 3 times a week, do you mean the other stuff too? Or no, I mean, okay. When you say 3 times a week, it includes sex.
It includes sex,
Okay.
yes. It's
So
like
do
also,
you mean
but you know
any type
what?
of physical
Even though-
contact?
But you know, oral is sex.
Yeah, but
You mean intercourse? That's what.
Yeah, intercourse.
Yes,
Intercourse.
yeah.
We talk about intercourse.
Yeah, intercourse.
Yeah,
Yes,
3 times minimum.
intercourse. Yeah, but if you put
The
the
other
other
things
stuff,
are
it can be
probably-
5
yeah.
times. If you include the oral stuff, it could be 5 times a week.
But we all
Why not?
agree that it's just the intercourse.
Intercourse,
Yeah,
yes,
times,
3
and
times
then
a
it
week.
could be room.
Yeah,
exactly,
for sure.
yes,
Okay.
exactly,
But how
yeah.
many times are too less, or how many times are too much? Or,
How many times? I don't. It depends what is the chemistry. I think
Yeah.
it depends what you guys have, because if you really are compatible, you know, sometimes you're not compatible in bed. Let's just face it, that you know, and it doesn't feel right. You know, it doesn't feel like you're in the mood to do it. You know, at that point, really, you should not get me. But I think you should talk
Yeah.
about it though.
Yeah.
When it comes to sex, I don't know. People don't like talking about it to your partners. Tell them.
Yeah,
It doesn't. Not because he was too good with the other woman doesn't mean it's gonna be good with you.
It's-
You know what
yeah,
I
you
mean?
have to be
Because every
compatible.
woman's body is different. Guys, you need to talk to your ladies and you need to ask them
Exactly.
what makes you feel good. And women too, talk to them. Ask
So
them what
you
makes you
pretty
feel
much
good. So
get
that
a
way you
bit
guys
about
can create a good intimacy between each other.
To
right?
me, too much.
Tell them what
is-
you need.
Yeah.
You know, pretty much. Yeah.
Too much is when you are relationship is all about sex.
Yeah, that's too much.
like to the point
That's too
where
much.
Every time we see each
Baby,
other,
yeah.
pound.
there's no
Like, we don't even go out. We don't go for
yeah,
dinner.
there's no
All we do
going
is go
out.
out.
That's a friendship benefit.
And two
not a
less
relationship.
is if I'm watching something and I get the sexual aroused right away,
And you're like, no.
I'm not getting it.
Yeah.
Something's not right. Anything
Something
just
is wrong.
arouse me, something's not right. So the thing is, it's really a question of okay, if this is all about, if a relationship is all about sex, something's I don't like
It's
that.
not- no,
but
that's
then
not
because at the end of
right.
the day, if you don't give it to me,
Then
someone
that's
else
also-
is
yeah,
exactly.
then that's
Someone else gonna come
go out
to me,
there,
gonna
yeah.
touch me, gonna do something. I'm like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, what would you think, Tatiana?
No, I agree with her. You know, too much when you only think about it. Too less when you pretty much don't get it. And you know you need it. Well, depending on what your agreements are, if you guys spoke about it and you talked about it, so.
For me, too much is when it's like, oh, not again. When you have to feel
Yeah.
like you feel obligated to do
obligated
it,
to do it,
that means
exactly.
you're getting it too much.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, when there's
Exactly.
No energy, no reaction. It's just like, oh, done.
You're just there
No,
because he says you want it. And you have to
Yeah,
give it
you're
to
like,
him,
you give it to him, you're like, finish
And
already.
then, I'm done.
One of my
Like,
friends, sorry guys, one of my friends say when it's too much, when you feel like a starfish.
Yeah.
You just lay like a starfish on the wall.
And you don't leave your house.
You know, but seriously, it's like a starfish, just stay there like, you're not getting involved. Like,
And
okay,
too
fine.
less is also when you feel like you have to beg for it. That means you're not getting it enough.
Yeah, oh, you have to do things.
Yeah.
It's like getting a reward.
get the-
Yeah, I
to
do
get
this,
to
I'll do
do
that.
exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't think you should
Yeah.
be when you're in a good relationship and you really are have that.
You shouldn't make the other person
Exactly.
hard.
And I don't think you should be really asking for it. I think it should be just a natural thing that comes. Just do it. You know, if you don't feel like doing it, let them know. Maybe let's try something different. Maybe let's do it a bit slower today. But let's do it a little faster so we can get over it fast. You know, depend. Anyways, we're gonna come back after the break.
C'était un rêve qui est devenu réalité. Aujourd'hui, nous avons un réseau avec des émissions, des nouvelles, des images destinées à la diaspora afro-caribéenne. C'est Malaika TV. Soutenons Malaika TV pour rendre notre communauté meilleure.
Do you know why Malaika TV is the best web television ever? That's because it provides constructive topics concerning us, the Afro-Caribbean community. Malaika TV promotes a positive image of the community and provides a platform of exchange of ideas and debates so that we can learn from each other. Malaika TV projects successful examples of this community in order to promote the development of the Afro-Caribbean community in Canada.
Welcome back. So again, our favorite show, sex, intimacy. Let's just put it that way so it sounds nice, but it's actually sex that we are talking about. But anyways, ladies, when and how do you think a man should ask for it?
Wow, that's a good one. I kind of feel like I'm putting this man on a calendar. Baby, let's do it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. To me, I'm very spontaneous.
Okay.
So I think it's, you know, a little bit of kissing here and there that cannot start something. But to me, if you're gonna ask me, I'm like, there's not gonna be that
Yeah.
passion, that, you know what I mean, that
Yeah, just
desire,
make it happen.
you know, just make it happen, and then we go from there. When sometimes we may not be in the mood, you know, probably because, you know, the time of the month you don't want to be touched.
So in that case,
In that
how
case-
should we ask?
But sometimes men don't mind.
You should,
it
yeah,
at
you should
that
listen,
time.
baby, during that time of the month.
But yeah, okay, I guess.
That's another topic.
How you should ask me, like, if I'm on my period, I will let him know, listen, I just don't feel comfortable in that, you know what I mean? I'm already having my period, I just want to take it that way. To me, but then when you're going to ask me, you just very nicely, like, you know, if ever you feel you're going to ask
Hello,
me.
my lady.
Yeah, not, no, don't
We
go,
do with the
no.
pleasure.
No, but sometimes it's kind of sexy too when they ask like, let's have it. Like, yeah.
No, no, that's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. Because when if they ask that one
You and
time,
I.
I do know it's because we're gonna have a quickie right away, or we have like a in-laws, or there's like family around, and you know, say,
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
of course,
yeah,
yeah.
like, let's
But it's
do it.
very
not work.
mysterious. But come on.
Of course, not to have sex when your family is around.
Oh,
You not.
I will not have sex when my family is around. In the same, sleeping in the same house as
No, but
Yeah.
you're having dinner, the cooking, and then her husband's like, so.
Yeah.
Oh no, for me, I don't
You
know.
won't do it?
I'm a bit.
Oh.
I don't know. I guess I'm.
Are you loud?
traditional. No.
No,
Let's not talk about that. I don't know. It just doesn't. It doesn't matter if I'm loud or I'm not loud. It just. With my parents being around, I do respect my family. It's not like this.
They won't know.
No, if
It's your husband.
I would know.
Yeah, exactly. It's
I
your
would
husband.
know.
You guys are- so you guys have a
They know
family.
that you guys are.
You know.
You guys have a family gathering.
Yeah. So.
Okay. I would know. So for me, really, it's gonna bother me because I would know. So it's really gonna bother me, right?
Well, that's all.
But I'm just saying, you know, like,
So for you,
what do you think? How should you ask? How and when?
Well, I literally don't think my husband should ask for it. Anytime he feels
So
like it.
she'll take you to spoil you.
Well, it's not like it depends. I think it's gonna depend on the scenario and the
Yeah,
situation
yeah.
we're in, right? At the moment, if it's convenient, then we go for it.
Go
if it's
for
not
it.
convenient, then we don't do it. You know.
What do you think, Lily?
Yeah, I think you should ask when. Let's say we're fighting, we haven't been talking. You
Like break up sex?
Yeah, if you want.
Like a puppy?
Oh, you want him to cry?
A bear?
Well, ladies love that. You know?
Yeah,
ladies.
ladies for like a good
Ladies
2 weeks.
feeling
Your
empowered.
husband
Yeah,
is
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Empowers you, you know, like
That's
yeah.
what you
It's like,
did.
oh, yeah.
That's true.
The
climb the
lockdown.
tree. Sweep the floor. Do the dishes. No, but no. You know what I mean? Like, if you guys are not getting along,
Yeah,
with the
obviously
attentions,
not, yeah.
he should ask. When he should ask, he should say please, you know.
Yeah.
You should be nice about
Man shouldn't
it.
think, oh, we're there for that. No, we're
Even
not
take
there
you
for
out for supper, make it.
Yeah,
Make
make
them more like, you know,
Make
like
it romantic, you know.
flowers.
Buy you
Yeah.
like bottom shoes.
Run a nice bath, you know, with nice
I guess it all
candles.
depends on scenario, right?
Yeah,
But to
yeah.
me, it's spontaneous. If you,
No, spontaneous always.
Spontaneous,
Always.
spontaneous is
But
good,
when
you know?
yeah,
Yeah, it's
situation
good.
is
It's
out.
good, but when you're not in the mood, he should be, you know, try to even put you in the mood
Yeah.
first.
try to, yeah.
Yeah, and then ask you for it. You know, like, but for me,
Personal question. If you can go ahead. Do you like it rough or really?
Hey!
Do you like to make love
Hey.
or you like to bang? Like, you know, I don't know.
Personally speaking,
Yeah.
it really depends on the time of the day, first of all.
Okay.
If I'm going to work,
But generally, with like your general tendency, do you like it?
maybe in the beginning, gentle, and then we catch up to, we rough it up a little bit. Just, rough it up.
should we answer this
Go on, yeah. Like if you had the chance, like with your husband, do you
Well-
think you're more like?
Who told you she has name?
I'm just
Well, I guess it's gonna depend on. It's a mutual agreement, right? So.
You like to agree?
No,
to
no, come on. You're gonna agree for both parties to be satisfied.
Yeah, but
Yes.
for you, which one?
No agreement, you just
You.
Now I can really say I like it this way or I like it that way.
Oh, okay.
When I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna know
That
what.
feeling.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I
you know,
guess.
so
Yeah.
maybe sometimes I'll like it rough, sometimes I'll like it soft, smooth. You know, so it all depends on what mood I'm into at the
Should I go
moment.
first and then you
So.
can
No, let me. You're gonna kill my vibe.
I'll kill your mama.
You're gonna say everything already.
Okay.
Well, for me, I think when I'm ready to do it, I think I want to be the aggressive type. Yeah, I think I want to be.
you know what, you have that aggressive in you. Like,
Yeah,
you're very
I'm
like,
aggressive.
very
But what
like
if your man?
feminine,
But
like-
what if at the time your husband or your man doesn't like you being aggressive? What are you?
He
gonna do?
wants it soft.
Exactly.
But I guess
You're gonna
we're
have
not
to adjust.
compatible.
No,
I can't
no. You have to
No,
adjust.
well,
Because
no, I
if
can't
you're
adjust.
married to him and then you're
I
going
guess
to
you're gonna know.
satisfy him,
I'm gonna try to know
Very-
before.
I'm sorry to
Okay,
cut you off,
okay,
ladies,
so, no.
but personally me, sometimes soft.
But
sometimes
generally.
mixture of both.
Oh yeah?
Okay, yeah. So we're gonna wrap up. This was a very interesting show.
Exactly.
Ladies, if you have any, talk to your friends, talk to your men. Ask them how they like it, when they think it's a good time to have it. Don't be too selfish. I know there's some girls out there, it's like, ooh, don't do this, you're shaking it like it doesn't even move, but let us, be nice, talk. It's the part of relationship, communication.
And understand.
And then you can understand that person's
Exactly,
need
yeah.
even more.
exactly.
Exactly.
That's the intention to satisfy.
Exactly, yeah. So on that note, thank you very much for watching. And then we thank Malaika TV for this opportunity and see you later. Bye.
No, let me enjoy it first before you bring the kids in. Oh, come on.
Okay, so if you're a teenager or you're like at your early 20s,
Yeah.